Yes, Adito, you have a question?
No, I just wanted to answer.
Okay, as soon as I take attendance, we'll finish, okay? And you can answer.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys, we have about 17 people again, so we'll go ahead and take attendance. We're not going to wait for people. People who wanted to join should have come back by now, so we're going to go ahead and continue and do our thing. I'm going to take attendance. Please say here and then mute your mic after you have answered. Sorry. Okay. Abdurrahman Kareem.
Here.
Thank you. Adito.
Here.
Basil. Basil. Okay. Ed Adel.
Here.
Thank you. Ed Tamer. Ed Tamer. Okay. Hamza.
Here.
Thank you. Muaz. Muaz.
Here.
Thank you. Muhammad.
Here.
Thank you. Mustafa. Mustafa. Okay. Omar. Omar. Okay. Wahba.
Here.
Thank you. Tahir.
Here.
Thank you. Yasin. Yasin. Yusuf. Yusuf. Okay. ISIL. ISIL. Okay. Tara.
Here.
Thank you. Farida.
Here.
Thank you. Jada.
Here.
Thank you. Jenna.
Here.
Thank you. Jamana.
Here.
Thank you. Leanne.
Here.
Thank you. Leela.
Here.
Thank you. Malik.
Here.
Thank you. Pilar. Pilar. Reem.
Here.
Thank you. Radmini.
Yes, Miss Amanda.
Thank you. And Tia. Okay. All right, so let's get back to what we were saying. We were talking about how we were proving two main points. And we were proving the point that one, the people of Samso used energy without thinking about where they got it from. They didn't worry about whether or not it was going to be around later. They were very dependent on it. They didn't think about where it was coming from, and they didn't think about how it was made. Now, remember, we're looking for the three most important details. There are more than three details. However, we're looking for the most important. Okay, the most important details. All right, so the first one that we said is that they used a lot of lights and hot water. They weren't concerned about it running out. They used lots of lights, lots of hot water. The second detail is that they used oil from elsewhere. They got it from somewhere else. It came on tanker ships, it came on trucks, and they used that for their cars and for heating their homes. Now, the third detail, what was the most important third detail that we had in the paragraph? A detail you told me you asked first. If you could answer, go ahead.
They got their energy from the mainland.
That's exactly right, Vito. They got their energy from the mainland. They got the electricity from the mainland through a cable that went under the sea. So this is a very important detail. If something happens to that cable, the island is cut off. There is no electricity. Okay, so that is our third most important detail. These three, the electricity coming from the cable, the oil coming from the tanker ships and trucks, and the fact that they used the electricity without even thinking about it, they used lots of lights, lots of water, are the three most important details that support that they were dependent on a non renewable energy source and that they were not concerned about conserving it or taking care of it. Okay? Very good, Adisa. Thank you. All right, so we're done with our reading for today. Any questions about anything that we discussed before we move on? Okay, very good. So now we need our language arts textbook. Language arts textbook, page 456. Page 456. Yes, Reem.
No, I wanted to answer the last one.
Okay, put your hand down, honey. Yes, Mohammed.
Miss, when are we gonna do our project?
Well, I'm not sure that we're going to have time to do the project now because they announced that number one, we went online. And so we had anticipated being in school this week to do some preparation and work on the project in school. I don't think we'll have time to do it before your exams because they had initially not announced that there would be exams next week. No,
Okay.
the week after next. We will see. I will see how well you understand for the first couple of days. If we have a chance to do the project, then we will, because I don't want to put a burden on you before your Arabic social, and Dean quizzes, because they just announced those a few days ago. But I don't want to put a burden on you before. So we'll see. See how well you understand and how quickly. I know that some people wanted to do this because they wanted to research about something that they enjoyed and they wanted to share the information with the class. So let's see how it goes, okay? All right.
Okay.
So we will discuss whether or not there is time for you to do it based on your other assignments, on your quizzes, your load, once we finish discussing it, okay? All right, Tahir, your hand is up. Do you have a question?
What page?
Page 476. 476. Okay. So even if we don't have time to do the project, we will discuss the steps of doing it. We will look at examples together and I will prepare you to be able to do it if you have to do it again next year, which you probably will. Okay? All right, so let's first look at outlining. Does anybody know what outlining is used for? What do we use outlining for? Hmm. Answers in the first sentence. What do we use outlining for? Farah.
We use it to say each main topic.
Okay. What else? Reem, what do we use outlining for?
Um, Roman numer.
We don't use it for Roman numerals. Guys, the answer is right in the first sentence. Leanne.
To organize to organize information by topic before beginning to write.
So that's it. Outlines are used to organize your information. You know how when we write, we always use some type of chart to organize our information? When we do expository writing, we use an outline. Now, an outline can be as big or as small as you write it. You can have one main topic, you can have 10 main topics, you can have 52 main topics. It is up to you the size of your outline based on the information that you're going to use in your project. Okay? But this outline helps you take the information and organize it before you start to write. Most of the time when you do expository writing, you get your information from more than one place. So if I go to the library and I read a book about elephants and I write down information in my notebook, then I go home and I watch a video about elephants and I write down more information in my notebook. And then I find there's National Geographic on TV and I watch a show about elephants and I write down more information. I need a way to organize all of my information so that when I'm ready to write, it's easy for me to write. The purpose of using charts and the purpose of using outlines and the purpose of using um, story maps, anything like that is to organize the information to make it easier for you. If you remember, we've used sequence charts before where we put things in order. We've used fact and opinion where we separate the facts from the opinion. We've used compare and contrast where we separate information that is alike and different. Every time we begin to write, we use something to help us organize our information. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about now, is organizing our information. All right, let's talk about what is included in your outline. Read the box for me, please. Hamza,
Okay.
do you have a question before you read?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
An an outline lists the main topic in a report or article. Each main topic can be one paragraph in the report. Use a Roman numeral followed by a period before each main topic. Each subtopic is a detail that supports or explains the main topic. Use a capital letter followed by a period before each subtopic.
Okay, so we have in our outline our main topics. We use Roman numerals followed by a period to, to show that we are talking about main topics. We have what we call subtopics, which are our details that explain our main topic. And we always use a capital letter followed by a period before each subtopic. Okay, let's take a look at an outline together. So the person here is going to write about The California gold rush. Remember when everybody rushed to California because someone found gold and everybody wanted to run out and try to find gold of their own and get rich quick? All right, this person has done research on the California gold rush. So if you notice at the top, they have written their topic. It says the California Gold Rush. It's like a title at the top of their outline, which tells what this information is about. Now, if you notice under that, we have Roman numeral 1 here, Roman numeral 2 here, and Roman numeral 3. These are the numbers that were used in ancient Rome. And these are the numbers that are used to specifically point out what your main topics are. So if we look at this outline, the person who is writing about the California gold rush is going to have three main topics. One that talks about the discovery of gold, two that talks about the 49ers, which was a famous group of people that were searching for gold, and three, the decline of gold fever, kind of how everything began to end for the California gold rush. Okay, notice the Roman numeral 1 looks like a small L or a capital I. The Roman numeral 2, two of them, and 3. When we get to number 4, we use the letter I and V. Let me show you. I'll write it here on the side. So this is what Roman numeral 4 looks like. This is because the I that you see is equal to 1. The V is equal to 5. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and 1 less than 5, which is 4. And so then number 5 is written as the V. Likewise, number 6 would be written as 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? So the X stands for 10. All right? Now, I doubt very seriously any of you will use more than 10 numbers in any of your writing at this stage, even next year. Okay, so this is, again, how we note that we have a main topic. We use a Roman numeral. Okay, these Roman numerals tell us how many paragraphs our information should be divided into. Whenever we start talking about new information, we start a new paragraph. Okay, so this is why he has separated his information into three. One, his first paragraph will talk about how gold was discovered and why people wanted to go out to California to search for gold. His second paragraph will talk about the 49ers, which was a group of 40,000 people that came in 1849. That's why they called them the 49ers. And they came to try to search for gold and to start businesses there because they knew a lot of people were going to the area, so it was an opportunity to make money. Number one, if you got lucky and you found gold, you were going to become very rich. Number two, if you had a business in the area and all these new people were coming, they needed to buy things in order to live. Okay, then he decided his last paragraph is going to be the decline of gold fever, which is when people stop searching for gold, when people stop making that the focus of their life, people, uh, the businesses in the area started to grow. So instead of mining, people were working in businesses, they became employees. This is what we're going to discuss in our third paragraph. So the person who did the research, maybe, we don't know, he found out about this by reading a book in the library. He wanted to read what the California Gold Rush was, and so he wrote down notes about the discovery of gold. Then maybe he watched a special on TV on the Discovery Channel or on National Geographic about the 49ers. And he heard about this group of people that went to look for gold. So he wrote down notes about that. Then he found out that the people began to there became a time when people stopped searching for gold and started living normal lives in this area of California. And so he decided that that was a good way to end his writing. You make your outline based on the information that you research. Now, you can make a plan in your head. For instance, say I want to talk about, let's go back to elephants again. Let's say I want to talk about elephants. One second, I'm going to share a screen with you, a different screen. All right. Now let's say that I want to talk about, maybe I won't do that. I'm not very good at writing on the board. Let's use the text instead. Let's say that I want to write about elephants. Okay? Elephants. Isel, are you in the meeting, Isel?
Yeah.
Your mom is asking me about your quiz. You're in sessions all day. You can't take it until after school. You have sessions until 1:30. So you can't take your quiz until after school. Okay, tell mom. All right, elephants. This is my topic. Remember we said, just like he wrote California Gold Rush at the top of his paper? Well, I'm not writing anything, am I? There we go. Elephants is our topic. So we're going to write this at the top of our paper. This shows what information we are organizing together, okay? Now, I can start to write my outline before I start doing research. I can think about the things that I want to talk about. For instance, if I want to talk about elephants, one of the things that I might want to talk about is where they live. Where in the world will I find elephants? So this is an important thing. Where do elephants live in the world? So I can start by talking about where they live. Now this is just me planning what information I want to find out about. So this means I'm going to have to read or watch or Google information about where elephants live. Okay. What's something else that I could talk about the elephants? What's another main idea that I could discuss about my elephants? Can you raise your hand if you have an idea? Mohammed, what's another main idea I could talk about?
Like, where do elephants migrate, or what do they eat?
Okay, so what they eat is a very good one because we know that we'll find information about what they eat, right? We may look to see if they migrate, and it's possible that they don't migrate. So, but we know that they have to eat. So what they eat is a very good topic to start about. Now, if I was writing this outline and my idea was what they eat and if they migrate, I can add both. I can add what they eat as one, and I can then add migration as another. Now, once I do my research, I will find out whether or not they migrate. And if they migrate, I can write a paragraph about their migration. If they don't migrate, I can simply remove it from my outline. Okay? All right. So what's another main idea that I could talk about? Diane?
Um, where do elephants? What place? What state? What country does elephants come from?
Okay, we've already done that in where they live. That's where they live. Ragmini, another idea?
How they live.
Okay. So maybe we could say what they need to live. We could say what
Yeah.
elephants need to live. So we could write what elephants need. All right, that's another good idea. Now, I already have how many paragraphs? How many paragraphs am I supposed to write now based on what you're looking at? What they need. Okay, Abdurrahman, how many paragraphs should I write based on my outline now?
4.
That's right. I should have 4 different paragraphs. Okay, if I'm going to write about all 4 of these things, I'm going to write 4 different paragraphs. So I kind of want to think now about what I should do to close my writing because 5 paragraphs is probably going to be enough for me. Okay, so now I want to think of a way that I can close my writing. What's the last thing that I might want to talk about? Hamza, an idea?
An idea?
Yeah.
Um,
Any idea on
mm,
how we might want to close it?
I'm thinking because when I raised my hand, Muhammad said the example I wanted to say
Okay, that's no
or
problem.
the
Muhammad, your hand
detail.
is still up. Do you have another idea?
How do elephants survive on their own?
Okay. So I think that how they survive will come under what they need, right? What they need
Yes.
will be how they survive. So what about if we check to see if they are endangered? We can check to see if they are endangered. All right. And what does endangered mean? Who can tell me what endangered means? Abdurrahman, what does endangered mean?
Means danger. They are in danger.
That's right. It means that they are in danger. It means the number of them on the earth is so low that they need to be protected. Okay. So here I have 5 solid paragraphs that I could write about my elephants. And this would make a very good paper. It would have good information, and the person who reads my paper would learn a lot about the elephant. So now, the next thing I need to do is to find the information. Okay, so let's pretend that I went to the library and I read about elephants. Reem, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, put your hand down, please. Okay, if you don't have a question, please keep your hands down because I keep stopping to ask. Okay, let's see. Let's pretend that I went to the library and that I got a couple of books about elephants and I started reading about the elephants and I found out that elephants are mostly found in Africa and in Asia. Okay, there are 3 types of elephants, and that there is what we call the African bush elephant, the African forest elephant, and the Asian elephant. So, where do they live? Now I'm going to put information under where they live in my outline. This is what we call a subtopic. This is our topic. This is our main idea. Now we're going to put a subtopic. Okay. Abdurrahman, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, please lower your hand. All right. Now, when we write the subtopic, we use capital letters. Okay. We use capital letters to list our subtopics. That's not a capital letter. All right. Now, most of the time, when you are writing an outline, Word will put things in place for you. So you can just start writing it and it will move it into the right place. For instance, here, I know that elephants come from Africa. And I also know that elephants come from Asia. How should I list Asia on my outline? Jada, do you have a question?
Yes, yes, Miss Amanda. But I have the answer of what they eat.
Okay, let's finish where we are first. We want to go in order
Okay.
so we don't confuse. Then I'll let you tell me and we'll add it to our outline, okay? But
Okay.
for now, I
Okay.
need to know, where do we put the information that elephants are found in Asia? How would I add this to my outline? Does anybody know? All right. So, Ragmini, what would I put?
Um, you wrote A Africa, so we need to write B.
Excellent. That's correct. We will use B to add Asia to our outline. Okay. So I'm going to put B, Asia. Now, if you were doing this on a Word document, it would automatically move it over for you. And we'll show you that tomorrow as we do some more outline. Okay. So this tells me that they live in Africa and they live in Asia. All right. Now, Jada, you told me you know about their food. Tell me what they eat.
They eat fruit and grass and root and
They
brick.
eat the fruit and grass.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
And
again, we want to add what they eat. Well, how do I add that to my outline? What do I use to add that to my
um,
outline?
we
We list our subtopics using what? Capital letters.
capital letter.
Okay. So I would write
Okay.
fruit and I can write grass. Okay. Now there may be other things that they eat as well, but for the sake of us doing this outline as an example, this is enough for us to write. Okay. So I will write letter B and I will write grass. So now, do you understand that the outline helps you put the information together and to organize it so that it's easier for you to write? Now, we said, and I want to show you this before we go because we only have about 5 minutes. We said that in Africa, there are two different types of elephants. There's one, which is the bush elephant. It's called the African bush elephant. You would think it would give me elephant as an example up here, considering we've written it several times, but okay, elephant. And there is a second type of elephants in Africa. How would I list that? Looking at my outline. Notice that my outline goes Roman numerals, capital letters, regular numbers. Okay, Roman numerals, capital letters, regular numbers. This is a way of keeping the information separate. So this is a detail about my subtopic Africa. Okay, now there's another type of elephant that lives in Africa. How would I add this to my chart? Sorry, to my outline. How would I add this to my outline? Who can tell me? Ragmini, how would I add the second type of elephant?
By using the numbers.
Okay, what number would I use?
2.
That's correct. Very good, Ragmini. So I'm going to use number 2, and I'm going to list the second type of elephant. And the second type of elephant is forest elephant. Okay, so I have to list this under, just like I listed, just like I listed the other type of elephant, which was a bush elephant. Now, I have in my first paragraph the 2 types of African elephants, and I want to add the Asian elephant. Where should I add that, and what should I use to add it? Ragmini, tell us.
We just need to write numbers.
Okay, what number do I use under Asia?
The first one,
That's
1.
number 1, that's correct. Because I'm talking about something different, I don't use number 3. Here I'm talking about Africa, and here I'm talking about Asia. So I'm going to use number 1 to add to my outline that there is one type of elephant in Asia. And the type of elephant in Asia is called Asian elephant. Okay, Asian elephant. Now, let's look at the information that I have written for the first paragraph. I have where they live. They live in Africa. There are 2 types of elephants in Africa, bush and forest. They also live in Asia, and there's one type of elephant, an Asian elephant. Do you see how I took the information and I put it together? How I added the information in the outline where it will show us how the information is linked together. So my first paragraph, my outline is basically done. I can go and look up bush elephant and add more information by putting a small letter A under bush elephant. So we go Roman numeral, capital letter, regular numeral, lowercase letter. I can go under the bush elephant and write information about the bush elephant. I can go under forest elephant. Oops, I left out the H. And write information about the forest elephant. I can continue to add information. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to continue this outline, and we're going to continue the outline, and then we're going to write the expository writing together. I don't know if we'll finish both tomorrow, but we will see how much time we have. Okay? All right, our meeting is going to end in less than 1 minute. Tomorrow we'll continue with the same outline. Any questions before we close?
No.
Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.